All right, it is recording. We'll get started with our meeting here this morning. I'm just kind of taking over since I was here for last semester, but we have Ms. Shah Majid, myself, Mr. Allen, Ms. Lewis. I guess we could. She's not here yet, but she might be in another meeting. Ms. Mabry and Ms. Zimmerman. Okay, so looking at our assessment, our interim assessment 3, we found that these are the standards that our students didn't do quite so well on. And actually the interim assessment went pretty well, but these standards are the ones that they kind of struggled with. So first of all, the SFS 5, I kind of broke into two parts because there were two different sections that they missed out on. So the first part is that students will evaluate the role of forensics as it pertains to medical legal death investigation. And then specifically, we had some issues with cause of death for that second standard. And then also they're still struggling with the SFS 1C, which is determine the proper techniques to search, isolate, collect, and record physical and trace evidence. So specifically for the first part, they struggled with that blowfly life cycle calculation. It's like pretty difficult to understand. I did make a video about it, but I did find out that that video has been blocked. So I'm working to get that unblocked. But obviously it involves some math, so it's a little bit challenging. And also some of the students struggled with the stages of decomposition, just mixing up a couple of stages and what happens at each phase of decomposition. Then with cause of death, they have a hard time confusing that with either manner and mechanism of death. And this is kind of a new standard that we're teaching, or that we did teach right there at the end of the semester. So they hadn't quite gotten the grasp of understanding the difference between cause, manner, and mechanism of death. So we need to work on that. And then also, finally, they still are not understanding the types of crime scene sketches. This is one that we struggled with also on IA2. But on this test, we did more of application for the specific types of sketch, like a certain situation, which type of sketch would we use in this situation. So, oops, I think that got blocked out a little bit. So for the first part, the blowfly life cycle, I'm working on getting that video removed from the block list. And then we should also do some practice calculations in class. We've done a few of these, but it's, again, new. So they probably need some more practice. We can do maybe an asynchronous worksheet or some practice work during whole group, and then have them do some practice work on their own. And then also match those stages of decomposition again, maybe as a bell ringer or an exit ticket or something like that. And then for the cause of death, we decided as a team that it would be best maybe to give scenarios and have the students to identify the differences between the cause, manner, and mechanism of death. So give a situation where, crime scene investigators get on the scene, they find this person that died. What is the specific cause, manner, and mechanism of death for this person? And again, that would be whole group first, but then maybe have an asynchronous exit ticket assignment or a short, 5-question quiz. We also, for SFS 1C, we've already done an exit ticket for this standard for the types of crime scenes, and I have made a video for that. So I think we just need to continue to go over that in whole group, again, as a bell ringer, or but specifically going over application of the crime scene sketches, because maybe they have the names now, I believe, but we need to work on the certain circumstances in which you would use each type of sketch. All right, so as a team, we decided to create some exit tickets to assess the progress in the remediation of these standards, or bell ringers for the ones that we're going to address in whole group, potentially both for these. Again, probably not an exit ticket for that crime scene sketch standard, because we have already done the exit ticket, but we do need to continue to go over that with bell ringers in class. Do you guys agree with that? Any input for that? I need to see if I can see what's going on here. My chat is not working. Okay. All right. Then we have our list here. Ms. Shamajid, I didn't get the PowerPoint back from you, but we did discuss this over email and over Zoom. So I'm assuming you're okay with these ways to readdress or to remediate on these standards.
Yeah.
So we're going to. Good.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
exactly.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say we're going to obviously do these exit tickets and bell ringers. Exit tickets being a little 5-question assignment in Canvas that we would do. Okay, so for the IA3, for our completion and pass rates, Alfred really killed it on that test average there. We got he had an 84% average. I had a 76, and then Ms. Stubbs, who was taking over Ms. Shamajid, had a 79%. But our completion rates were also really great, 96%, 86%, and 92%. So looking good. So for our next IA average score goal, we just left it at an 80. Our previous goal was an 82, but for this IA, we got an 80 average. And looking at the differences between the three of us, I think 80 is a pretty safe place to be between these three average scores. So I do believe that that's achievable. And then for the IA completion goal, our previous goal was an 85%, but we actually, as a team, got a 91% completion rate. So we can bump that up to 92% to see if we can get even more kids to get these IAs completed. Is everybody good on that? We're good on these goals here. Okay. I don't see my chat box. It keeps disappearing. All right, so that's all we have. Does anybody have any input for this that you would like to jump on the mic and contribute? I really wish I could see what my chat is doing.
So the goal is
there we go.
to get 92%.
Mm-hmm.
I might be looking at my IA averages wrong, but I think I only got 78%.
Oh, okay. Well, when I emailed you yesterday, that's what you sent me back. So.
Oh, I
that's okay.
Must have sent the wrong one.
Still, though, I think 80 is going to be a great place to put that average score goal then, because that still is right around there with your test average. Is that okay with you?
That's fine.
Okay. All right. Anything else? Okay. Well, that's all that I have there.